No offense, LLC. The LLC stand for business. Yeah. It's no offense, yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. We trying to get to know it then. Gave support from those that view and wanna see you win. We got the website, magazine, and radio. Be back up soon. Trying to put you in the spotlight so that you can tell your truth. Yeah, it's no offense to you and me. Ain't trying to sell no image. I want you to come on through and live your life the way you live it. What you say you on your way? Shine so bright they gotta see you. Pave your way and go be great. Make us say now, non-believers. Hey, it's no offense. Yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to glow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense. Yeah, it's no offense. Yeah, it's no offense. Yeah, it's no offense. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense. Man, y'all hit that share button, man. Tap in. Special thank you to the guests of the show. What's going on, guys? You know what time it is. It's your boy Matt Arrington, also known as Mr. No Offense. And today we definitely have a treat for you guys. Do me a favor before we get started. Hit the share button, tag somebody, let them know you're about to change their life for sure. We definitely appreciate everybody who does view any of the content and share any of the content you find here on the No Offense Network. But today we are definitely in for a treat. When we speak of the term artist, we talk about somebody who's not afraid to push boundaries, to find their greatest potential. They like to express themselves in different ways that change the world, but not only change the world, but are ways change themselves as they grow. Today, we are privileged to have the artist known as SINDOLL303 on the platform. She's also the cover model on the No Offense magazine, fall 2024. So y'all make sure y'all pick that up on September 15th, 2024 when it gets released. You will be able to find that on our website, nooffensellc.com, as well as place your orders there for the physical copies. Like I said, you're definitely in for a treat. I'm not here. I'm not here to tease you guys. We're gonna get started on this interview. And again, please go ahead and hit the share button and change someone else's life today. You're gonna find out why Sindoll should be in your playlist. Let's get it. What's
Hi.
going on, Sindoll? We appreciate you being in today.
Hi, thank you for having me again.
Hey, it's an amazing pleasure. I gotta say, man, it's rare that we run into people in the world who are so authentic, just so supportive, and just genuinely move from a love perspective. It's just a privilege to have you on, man. Like I said, you're definitely everything that we try to embrace here at the No Offense podcast. And it's only right that we had to sit down and talk to you again for sure.
Thank you.
Last time we talked, it's been about a year. We do realize that a lot can happen in that time. So
A
we're
lot
gonna,
of growth. A lot of growth.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we're gonna talk all about it today. If that's okay with you, got a couple questions, and we just gonna have a conversation. If people hop in and they want to jump into the comment section, if we have time, we'll read them out, try to get those answered. But today we're here for you, and we're here to find out what's been going on with Sindoll 303.
Um, just having a lot of little babies running around. Not for me, but my kids. So
Okay.
that's what I've been focusing on is my little babies lately. But I have been getting a lot of new music. I've gotten some collabs, and I don't know. Right now, I've just been trying to take care of my health more mainly. So the older we've all progressed, some things try to get us down, but
For sure.
with faith, all things, everything's possible. So.
And that's definitely one thing I believe in. You got to have faith, and I feel like if it doesn't push you to that point of no return, it will definitely make you stronger because we learn. What I'm saying, we learn that we are able to withstand. But congratulations on the new additions, as we
Thank
spoke
you.
of before. And speaking of music, I do see that you've been a busy collaborator. Like one thing I love
Yeah.
about you for sure, you don't like you're always in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like you're always like reaching out to new artists, working with different artists. I've
Yes.
never really seen you stray from that. Like as far as like I've never heard anybody like you say no, I'm not going to work with this person, nothing like that. You're pretty open.
Yeah.
Um, and I love the fact that you have that versatility that no matter what's being brought on the track, you always bring your authentic self. Can you tell me more as to like how do you find yourself in these different projects and still remain true to Sindol? Like, because I know a lot of artists, they like when they hop on a certain song, they try to be like whatever that song is feeling. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But one thing I really admire about your music is you always bring Sindol to whatever project it is. It's not like you don't conform to what the project is, you add to it. How do you find ways to stay yourself while
Um,
you're growing?
I think I have like role models, like from Lincoln Park, like Chester Bennington. He's one of my big role models. Little Peep, XXXX. They've all passed on, but like as an artist, legends never die.
That's
And
true.
so they remain living through their music, and everybody struggles with the battle, with the demon. And I believe music comes from that, from your heart, your soul. Like I said, lyrics are from what you go through, like our tattoos on our bodies, our stories. That's like our music as well. And every day I don't know, I just keep thinking, I'm gonna live every day, because I mean, I'm not, some people are happy on the outside, but dying on the inside. And I like listen to like Lincoln Park, and if you ever listen to their lyrics, like I've said many times, they're pretty deep. Like Chester Bennington was going through a lot of stuff if you listen to his music and his lyrics. And unfortunately, he did take his life from that. But it's just a matter of fact of pushing every day, every day. I mean, I see on my Facebook a lot of artists that are pushing every day. They want to give up because it's not easy. And I mean, I try to inspire a lot of people, because like I try to inspire my cousin. She goes through stuff, and I'm like, what, life is what you make it. You can either lay down and die, or you're gonna just keep going and pushing. And then when you do go home to God, you're gonna go home a legend. You just got to keep pushing.
Amen, amen. I love the way you said that. I have that phrase like you're either gonna lay down and die or you're gonna figure it out. And I know it sounds cold, but it's that real harsh truth that but after you shave all the details and the crying and everything, you get to a point where you're like, yo, so what are we gonna do? We gonna like just
Yeah.
lay here and die, or we gonna figure this mess out? Like,
Yeah.
uh, um, how do you find ways to because like you said, we are growing every day is something new. We run into new challenges that we thought we've seen it all, and then boom, life hits. How do you find ways to stay grounded? And like you said, you do have the new additions to the family. How do you find ways to show them the proper way to handle that stress as we figure it out on a day to day as well?
Honestly, I don't, because I just take it as it goes. I mean, we all have certain, our time behind cameras as well.
Right, right, right.
And sometimes we gotta see, like mental health is a very big thing, in
Yeah,
this world and in society. And I always tell everybody, if you think you need it, you should get help. Don't feel prideful and say, "Oh, I don't need it. I don't need a psychiatrist, or I don't need a therapist." I mean, I've had one for my whole life practically, and it does help me.
facts.
I mean, it's just let somebody vent. Let just somebody to hear you out, and not, gonna judge you and tell you otherwise. So, but like I guess you could say music is therapy. Like when I mean, unless you have writer's block, sometimes you have writer's block, and I tell you, writer's block is like horrible, because it's like you're just stuck like Chuck, and you're just like, what am I? But I mean, if you when you write music, it just comes to you naturally. You just play the music, the beat, and the lyrics just start coming to you.
You, you just go with what you feel.
Yeah.
How often do you find yourself like revising? Because again, you're in the moment as you're creating. How often do you go back as as you're reviewing what you created, and you're like, maybe I want to tweak this because that didn't portray the emotion that I was going for at that time. Is that something that happens often, or is that
Um, it just goes back. Like, I mean, I have stacks of paper. I'll just go back and write it and listen to it, replay it, and then if something doesn't sound right, then I'll replay it, and then I'll rewrite another sentence, and I'll just keep going through it and going through it until I really think it feels appropriate, and it's perfect. Because we are our own critics. Being an artist making music, we're our own critics.
yeah,
We will
yeah,
not release something unless we think it's because we're not gonna try and go out there like Eminem's new CD that he just dropped. We got a lot
Houdini?
of critics and haters on his new track, and I love it. Like literally, I love it. Just the lyrics, just it's about him. It's about his daughter. It's about his life, his drug, his addiction, just every day. So I mean, I guess if you can't relate to that, then you just that's probably why you don't understand his new album. So
That is, I'm glad that you brought that particular album up because I felt like that was definitely an album for Slim. That was an album for Slim Shady lovers. Like you have to, I feel
mhm,
like you had to have followed his career to quite
mhm,
understand what he was
exactly.
doing with how he was doing it. Because Eminem has shown, again, like we said, Eminem has shown us different sides. Again, I commend all of the artists and all that are willing to put their life, you know what I'm saying, on display or on an album in hopes that other people relate to it and that is therapeutic. um I was gonna say, as far as that therapy, are there times when you're creating where it seems like you just can't get, you know, like as much as you try, and even though this music is your therapy, are there times that it feels like in that particular moment you just can't get out what it is that you're feeling, and how do you cope with this particularly? Because I imagine it's got to be frustrating as that's, you know, as that's your speaking, like that's your communication language, you know what I mean? How do you deal with that, you know, as far as I guess you could call it like writer's block, like you were saying before. How do you find the inspiration when there is none at the time?
I usually ask my neighbor. She's pretty good at music. Her name's Barb, or else my daughter Savannah. They call her Smokey Sparks. She was an artist as well, you know, doing music at 18, 17, and I got her into music and stuff. And usually I'll just ask another artist, an engineer or a friend, you know, somebody else that does music. I'll be like, hey, you want to listen to this? And, you know, give them, you know, or a friend or something. Like I'm getting ready to drop this new song called Monster, and
Yeah.
basically I guess you can say it's about what my life has done, like dating, in the dating game, what
Right.
I've become, what I have turned into, what I'm so
I got
that's my song that I'm working on right now, and it's, you know, getting ready to be dropped. But I'm at a, you know, I've gotten through the majority, the whole song except the ending, so I'm like stuck right there. So but it'll come to you. You know, you just as an artist, you can't just keep going. Like if you get stuck, like and you write, like for me, and you write and write and write and write, and that same day, you're not gonna get it. You need to give your brain a break. You need to give it a
right.
rest. You need to give it a few days, you know, and then go back maybe a few days later, and you might get maybe two lyrics, three lyrics, you know, and then the next day maybe try another day, and then you might get another few lyrics. But you can't just keep, you know, sitting there and just being like, I'm gonna, you know, I got to get this out. I got to do this. No, you just, you know, you got to take your time with it.
Right. Speaking of which, I know it seems to be a common practice. I think it's more with like newer artists versus like experienced artists. It's like they pay for the studio time and then they go on the studio time to write. And I'm just trying to feel like, as an artist, isn't that like n- like isn't that expensive? Like wouldn't you want to,
No,
do you think as an artist
it's
you want
very
to write?
expensive, but a lot of
Yeah.
people are using that Band Lab or that Rap Fame, those
Mm,
apps now on the phone. And me personally, I can't do that. I gotta be in the studio. You know, I gotta, you know, be with an engineer and literally, you know, like I said, I like it like that. And it is. It's very expensive.
yeah.
So, you know, I see artists dropping music, new music every day, like bam, 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 and I'm like, that's, you know, I'm happy for them. But a lot of them use those apps, you know, and I'm like, me,
Mm.
I gotta be in the studio. So.
Gotcha. So do you? I guess what I was asking is, do you write solely while you're like? Is that like your designated space for writing? Like, it's just in the studio, or uh, to separate the work life balance? Like, kind of like, because I understand like you're an artist 24/7. I get that. That's who you
Yeah.
are. But what I'm saying is to separate the work life balance so that you're actually spending time with family, and still doing the things that you need to do, plus stay in the studio. Do you only write when you're in the studio, or
Oh
like is
no,
that
I write at
okay?
home. I'll write at home. Like I try to stay busy, you know.
Yeah.
So like writing is very therapeutic. It's like poetry. So if you know poetry, you know, and you just like, you know, like I tell people, journaling. I guess you could
Yeah.
say people that are like going through stuff or depression or, you know, just journaling. And I
Yeah.
mean, I have a whole bunch of paper where like sometimes I'll wake up and I'll have a song or you know a phrase or something. I'll go write it down really quick because if I forget it, you know, I don't want to forget. So I usually go back to all my paperwork that I write, and I'll be like, well, maybe this can go in this one, or this can go in that song, or, you know. But it's, I mean, it's an everyday thing that you do, and like I said, if you're like a big listener of music like I am, I love all genres. So
I,
I listen to music 24/7. So that like inspires you. Other artists, listening to other artists' music, that inspires you. It's just like a hobby that has turned into a passion.
That's awesome. I feel like that's where the best music is created, when you actually love what you're doing. I know there was a wave for a minute where it was like, I think people saw it as a money thing. Like it was like, oh, I'm gonna do this and get rich, and
Yeah.
then when it doesn't happen, like after a year or two, then they kind of like put it on the back burner. But I feel like if you have that passion and that's why you're doing it, then the money will come. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's just part of it. But it first comes down to making that good music that's deep, that's authentic. You know what I mean? That people feel, and that takes it off. I feel like that's something that made the other greats great. The people that we listen to, like you said, because you when you put their music on, you actually feel like you guys have some kind of connection, or that they understand what it is that you're dealing with, or that they can offer some kind of feeling as to what's going on. Are there any of your? I know you said Linkin Park definitely was one of your most listened to groups. Are there any kind of, because the one thing I do know, because I see your page, you literally listen to everything. I'd have heard you jamming R&B 90s. I'd have heard you. I'd have heard you on damn everything. I say that girl is
Hmm.
a true artist. She
Yeah.
really
Like
uh
I love
she
Skillet.
really
Skillet's a
dabbles in
Christian.
everything.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Skillet. Skillet's a Christian artist band, which like it's a rock band, so I love them. I was
Mhm.
also going to tell you, like a lot of people, some people don't do music for money either. Some people like to
Yeah.
do it for to inspire other people. Like me, I have a lot of guy fans, girlfriends that love my music, and I do it just to inspire somebody. Because like Bob Marley, for instance, Bob Marley did
Right.
music to inspire people. He didn't do it for
Right.
the money or whatnot. He and I mean I was a Bob Marley fan before the movie came out, so
Right. Right.
but he literally did his music to inspire other people. It's just he got famous because he was blessed. So
Right.
people that get out there with their music and do become famous and make money is because God blessed them, not
Yeah.
because hey, I want to be rich, I want to be famous. It's because God
Right.
blessed me. So that's why I say if I get out there with my music or whatnot, it's because God blessed me.
Right. So would that mean that the purpose for your music, uh, you want to leave a lasting impact, obviously, but it's to inspire. And
Yeah,
I honestly feel like that's how you would kind of become immortal in a sense, because we still mention people's names now that have long been since gone, but their music forever changes
exactly.
generations. And let me ask right now, because you do have your catalog. And for those of y'all who don't know, you can actually catch SINDOLL303. Some of her music is on all platforms, such as Trust, Without You, Devil in Disguise, Drowsy. And I know these are in fact on Apple. What's your favorite song right now, to either perform or to, just out of your particular catalog? I know, like, as a critic, you're your worst critic. You know what I'm saying? So you think about it the most. Which one would you say really completes and gathers the vision that you uh attempted the best?
I would say my song "Trust" is my
Mm,
number one. I dropped it like 2 months ago, I believe, and I honestly I wrote that in one day. I got the
mm,
beat, I heard the beat, and I wrote it in one day. And I love it because literally a lot of little kids love it. Like my little grandbaby Adrian, my daughter sent me a picture of him, a video, and he was just literally at home jamming to it on his tablet by himself. Nobody even got to tell him. And my,
mhm.
my daughter goes, "He's your number one fan, mom." So, but
When the
no, like a
kids
lot
love
of
it.
little kids around my area where I live, they love that song. And one thing, like I said in my last interview, if you know little kids don't lie. If you're
That's right.
ugly, you're ugly. If they love your music, they're gonna tell you they love your music. And that song, Trust, literally, I got a lot of little kids playing that song.
Man, that's definitely amazing. And the fact that you do make music that the kids can listen to, which is another thing I think that people like kind of overlook that fact. A lot of music that's played popular these days, it's vulgar. It has profanity. It
Yeah,
has uh
yeah,
just different actions kind of like hinted at if it's not blatantly put in
yeah.
there. So I commend you for making music that you can
Thank you,
put on, that you don't have to turn off because your
thank
kid
you.
is in the car. You know what I'm saying? It's I
Yep,
feel like it definitely shows a level of
thank you.
skill. It definitely shows a level of experience. You know what I'm saying? Like it shows a well-rounded artist. And honestly, I feel like it makes your music more playable. I don't know why they don't like from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah, they
I'm not
actually play
sure.
my 3 songs. Sorry to interrupt. They actually play my 3 songs on net radio, and 3 of them are the ones in France for
Hmm.
the net radio. So yeah, they play those 3 all the time. My drowsy, trust, and on my way. They play
On
those
my
3.
way,
Yeah.
man. When you first let me hear on my way, I said, "Yo, this sounds like a movie soundtrack song." Like all I could hear was sync licensing. I know you shouldn't think like that, but I'm just a marketing person. Like I have to think from different. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, this song is like the most like I'm like you can shop this to anybody right now. Like this belongs in a movie somewhere. Like when somebody's driving, like like
Yeah.
it's just one of those songs that gives that vibe of just uh
They,
exploring and finding yourself. You know what I'm
they said
saying? And
like a
finding
Blink
yourself.
182. They said like a type of Blink 182.
Yeah. Yeah, it felt and like I'm a 90s kid, so it felt like real nostalgic, but new at the same time. And that's what I love. I found my pocket of music that I feel like I like no matter what. And man,
Yeah.
that was just right smack dab in the middle. Is good music. You listen to it anywhere, and it's inspiring, like you said. Uh, what about I'm sorry, these collaborations? Because I saw that you've done collaborations with people
Hmm.
from all over.
Yeah.
Like I think I saw you did some with I want to say Top Shotta. You might have had a track
Yeah.
with
Top Soda. I did one with
um
him.
yeah,
Yeah. I did. I can't remember. I'm sorry, but yeah, no, I did one with Top Shotta from Cleveland. And
facts,
then I had a few that I actually done with other artists that they haven't
confidence.
released. They haven't released yet, so I'm not sure. But I'm just like, it is what it is. I went to the
Right.
studio, I paid, I did my thing. If you don't want to use me or whatnot, then I'm good with it. But I have done a few artists that I've collabed with and they never released it. So
Do you think they just have it in a vault for? Because I know some artists like plan and the market out their releases. Do you think it's like one of those top shelf ones? Like yo, I'm gonna save this for like when I need a buzz. Like because
well, I
people
think
know.
that he's really busy and he's like working on other music at this point right
Mm,
now. But I mean,
gotcha.
he hasn't really reached out to me or told me, anything. So, and communication is key. So, and I'm not gonna chase
That's real.
people. I'm not gonna chase anybody. Like I said, if they want to use it, use it. If not, on to the next.
Right, right. So when you set out to do these features with the different artists, do you guys talk about that in the beginning? Because again, we're learning as we all go. Do you get to a point where you're like, hey, listen, I took time out of my day to come record with
And
you.
I paid
What are
for
we
a
doing with
studio.
this record? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So like, what are we doing with this record? Like, I gotta know, like, where we go from here? Is that
Yeah.
conversations that you find yourself having with a lot of these artists, or is that something that kind of like gets? Because I know one thing about artists, you guys love the music, so I get it. Like, it gets to a point where you kind of like, yo, let's just make this music. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? But
I've
do,
actually, like I said, in the beginning we communicated. In the beginning we
yeah,
talked a lot. In the beginning it was like, hey, you want to collab? And I'm always down for a free collab. A lot of people charge for
right,
collab, not me. I'm like, okay, because I love music. I love
right.
working with other artists. I love the opportunities. I love getting out there. I love supporting other artists as well.
Hmm.
And like I said, I'm just at the point in my life right now where I'm just taking care of me. I'm being
Right.
selfish for once. So
Can't pour from an empty cup. That's what I always tell people. If you
exactly.
if
Thank
people
you.
if if people really appreciate you and know you and love you and know that's who you are, people need time to recharge their batteries. You got to let them. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Mhm.
let them get where they need to be as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of things going on this year, because 2024 seems like it is just man, like we are already 8 months in. We've got four more, and then we'll be looking at 2025 fresh,
Yeah.
fresh in the face. How do you think the year has just gone as far as progression, as far as what might be coming up, like such things as elections, as far as just in general? What's your take on, the status of the world right now, and where you are and where you would like to be going forward? Because it's I would say it's different than how we've ever seen it at this point.
Mm, I'm just leaving all my faith in God. Like I don't
Okay,
like to talk about politics because that's just a big old blah,
I
between
get you.
Biden, Kamala, all that stuff. That's just, everybody want to argue and fight over it, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just not. I don't like drama. I don't. My life
I
is
got you.
peaceful. I like being at peace. I like being happy. I don't like, but honestly, I mean, if you have faith. and
Yeah.
like there's
Right.
nothing we can do. There's nothing we can say to you. It's just gonna take place. And that's where your face got to come in.
Oh, one thing. Okay, so normally when people get a call, your audio will leave. You may have to go out and come back in for to pick up your microphone again. Oh wait, hold on. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Sorry, my
It
daughter's
just
on
happens
the
with the
phone with
platform.
me. But no, like
You're
I
not the
said,
first. You're not the last.
if you know what's going on in the world, and if you have faith, you're gonna know what's gonna happen. I mean, there's
Right.
nothing you can do about it. There's, it's just gonna take place, and that's where your faith got to come in.
There you go. There you go.
Because
What's? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, no, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you
I
off. I'm sorry. I was just.
specifically told my kids today, don't call me between this time and that time because I have an interview.
That's when the people need you the most. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's how you know you're wanted, you need it, you're loved.
Mm.
They couldn't go another second
No,
without
it's
you. You
probably
know what I'm
one of
saying?
my little grandbabies wanting to FaceTime me.
But that's love. You know, you got grandma Sindol. Speaking of which, do y'all
I'm a
perform
grandma.
like
Yes,
together?
guys. What?
Which
Excuse me?
which which is crazy anyway. Because I mean, you don't you know what I'm, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that question alone because I'm not gonna say I don't know what a grandma's supposed to look like. But what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy that you know that you have you have
Four
you have
grandsons.
four grandsons.
Grandsons. I
Oh,
have
that
Nehemiah, Adrian, Alexander, and D'Angelo. So yeah.
oh man, they you gonna get them boys in some sports? Sound like they
Yeah.
might be knocking somebody out. But
Well, my
shoot,
little Adrian, he's a music artist. He's 3 years old. He's the one that loves music, dances. He's the one that does my TikTok videos with me. If you guys seen my TikTok, so
okay,
yeah. So he's the little artist because his dad, which is my son-in-law, they call him Mater B. He also does music as well. So
okay.
he's an artist, and then like I said, my daughter Savannah, well Savannah, they called her Smoky Sparks. She did music, but she does nails now, so she's a certified tech. And then I have my daughter Savannah,
Congratulations.
Selena, who does lashes. She's a certified lash tech. Then I have my son Josh, who works, and then my other daughter Shakira. So I'm a busy mom. I raised on my own four kids, and now four grandbabies.
Hey, shout out to you for getting it done.
Thank you,
Congratulations to the transition for Smokey as
thank you.
well. I'm all about progression, man. I'm as long as people going up, man. I'm you know what I'm saying. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to see him do it. Uh, I do remember Smokey. We were talking about it last year. I think you did a
Mhm.
song with her, right?
Yes, I did the "Without You" song with her.
Without you. Yeah.
Hmm.
See. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Y'all know I smoke, but I ain't. My memory good. My memory is good. So
Mm.
how at this point, Sindal, how would you say? Because again, we are learning every day. How would you say you're different now, versus like when you first started? What are some ways and some things that you maybe picked up and just either dealing with people or dealing with the music industry, that you've learned over time that you know you might not have known when you first got in?
I'm very different now because I have shown growth. I guess you could say I've matured. I mean, I just don't argue with people. People want to argue. People want to fight. I mean, my life ain't worth losing over a fight. Okay,
Right, right.
there's
I hear
just
you there.
too much going on nowadays in this world. Like too much.
Nobody
And
wants to talk anymore.
yeah, and it's just like I said, I'm good. The world has changed so much. It's just crazy. Even Denver's like gotten so big, and it's just like it's not the same no more like it used to be. But as for like when you said grandmas, you don't know what grandmas look like. Yeah, definitely not me because my kids tell me all the time, Mom, you need to dress more like your grandma. Mom, you need to act more like your grandma.
I'm just saying, you be out here performing. I see it on the Facebook. You know what I'm saying? You be out here performing. You get on stage. I don't really know too many people, even younger people that have overcome that fear of just getting out there and just being who you are, and you know
Well,
letting the room
actually,
take it as
there's
they
one
receive.
artist named Toby Mac, and he's a
Toby
Christian
Mac.
singer. So if you guys ever listen to Toby Mac, he's 50 something years old. He's a good artist. He does, like I said, Christian music, and he gets out there and performs for 50 years old. He's a little over,
Hey,
maybe 50, but so yeah, I can just say it's by the grace of God that we aged fine, like fine wine, I guess you can say.
there it is. There it is. Gracefully, for sure, for sure.
Definitely
Uh,
grace.
what is some?
Grace. Grace.
All right, now don't bring out the gut. Don't bring out the guns. She said, Grace, like you gonna get this lesson one way or the other. Like we can do it the hard way. We can do it the easy way. But I'm
The
trying to go good.
guns.
You know.
But
Right. Right. So
So I
so
work out all the time, as you know. So yeah.
what that now? How's that going? I know a lot of people. Are you like a everyday, or are you like a 2 3 times a week type? You know what I'm
No, just
saying?
every
Because
day. Every day.
wow, the commitment, man. I need to get my behind in the gym, but I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah.
It's I'm praying on it. We pushing it. We pushing it to like January 2025 right now. I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna lie.
it's a mental thing though, because it gives you, it helps your mind and stuff. And honestly, I'm tired of the medication. Like
Mm.
literally, I'm tired of it. So
Speaking of which, recently, I mean, if you're cool to talk about it, recently we talked about, I'm not a doctor, but I'm definitely a herbologist. You know what I mean? Uh, do you feel like natural medicine uh affects you in a much more desired way than necessarily pharmaceutical medicines?
mhm.
Um, how what
Yes.
was your take on that?
I actually love natural, like green tea, sea moss, freaking elderberry, echinacea. I try to do honey lemons. I try to do all that,
What's
and I
up?
I think it works better on my body, like peppermint oil and eucalyptus, just stuff like that. Echinacea oils, and I had the bar soap. I don't know if you've ever heard of Doctor Squash. Is it Doctor Squash or Squash? I don't know, but he has bar
Swat?
soap.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Is it Squash?
I
That
believe
bar
so.
soap, let me tell you, that bar soap is the bomb compared to Dove and all them other bar soap.
Facts,
But
facts.
yeah, get some shout out to him because that bar soap, yeah, works good.
We
But
got to we got
like
to check it out.
unfortunately, there's like I because I get panic attacks, so
Mm,
I worked with panic attacks my whole life, and
mm.
so unfortunately, I had to do Xanax, I had to do Valium, and that stuff, gave me some health issues because you take one med, you get a new symptom, you take another, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
So that's why I said I'd rather just do natural, So,
facts. At least with that, you know the side effects, right? Hey,
mhm.
I'm gonna need to eat something. I'm gonna need to go to sleep at some point. You know what I mean? Or I
Yeah,
might need to take some more. Whatever.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But it's. I feel like it's a lot easier, man, more manageable versus
mhm.
like you said, they give you one pill and then it gives you side effects. So now you have to
And you
take this
get a
other
new
pill
pill, and then
that
and nada.
and then all that wears down on your liver, your kidneys. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. See, that's yeah,
Health is definitely wealth, for sure. So
yes,
nah, we definitely wish you well on your journey. You know what I'm saying, on doing of finding what works for you,
yeah,
because it's there's a lot of choices, even nowadays, prior to now in this particular time, where it wasn't as legal and openly researched. There wasn't as
yeah,
many options. I mean, I'm old school. I remember where you couldn't get weed in the store. I'm talking about not even
yeah,
CBD. I'm talking about not
yeah,
even, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But now it's become more of a more recognizable, solution as far as medicinal solutions. The thing I have a question on is, do you feel they should still ask for drug testing, or no? I'll take it back this way. Do you feel that Facebook should still block marijuana related content when it's approved in 18 states as a medicinal solution?
I know, and I believe Facebook is the biggest hater in the world that that
I almost said F Mark
nitpicks
right there.
anything. That nitpicks anything. But I also wanted to bring like to let the whoever's watching and the little kids or whatever that do go
Facts.
and buy weed because they can't go to the dispensary and yada yada or whatever. Please, go to the dispensary and get it. There's
Yeah.
so much stuff being laced with fentanyl nowadays that it's scary, and it's not
It's
worth taking a hit of a pill, a drug, or whatever because you need something and it takes your life. So I
right.
just want to address that to whoever's watching, little kids, young kids, or anybody. Go to the dispensary, buy it legal, not illegal.
Facts. Do what you can do. It. Wait. I would definitely say wait your turn, because
Well,
when
yeah,
you get
definitely
there,
wait your
yeah,
turn.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because when you get there, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just
No,
saying. But
facts.
when you finally get to where you can smoke, it's like alcohol, right? Your whole life, you're like,
Yeah,
oh, I can't wait till I turn 21, and then you get 21 and you buy a couple bottles. You're like, oh, okay, that was that.
yeah,
And
but in
so,
our times, well, I know in my time,
yeah.
you could buy stuff off the street and not die, and it wasn't laced with fentanyl.
Right. Definitely.
So,
You definitely got that. Sarah Hayward in the building. She said, "Hey guys," and she's showing you some love right there. Uh,
oh, thank
she
you.
sh- appreciate you, Sarah. You
All
guys
right,
check
thank
out
you,
Sarah Hayward.
thank you.
If you are an artist, Definitely reach out to Sarah Hayward as far as networking. I'm gonna say something about both of these
UK,
women. Actually,
the UK, much love, UK.
yes, yes. Much love to the UK. I'm gonna say this about both of these women here. Actually, Sindel and Sarah. Support is like, I don't know. Some people get it, some people don't. Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
And the thing about it is when you meet real authentic people who support you because they support what you do, it's a whole different feeling. Like it's those feelings that make what you're doing worth what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? So I definitely want to extend a thank you to both of you guys, like just for being amazing, authentic people,
Yeah,
for
she's
support.
definitely
Like
a big supporter. She's a big time supporter.
yes, yes. If you guys, the same thing with Sindal. Like so here's the thing I would say too. Um, I'm a kind of person. If I see you sharing my stuff, because I know Facebook get the notifications. I know you get the notifications that tell
Hmm.
you that people are sharing your stuff. I turn around right around as soon as I see it and go share their stuff. Do
Thank
reciprocation.
you.
And guess what? Mark is not charging for that yet.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm the
Mark
same
is not
way.
charging for that yet. What's up? Yeah, and
I'm
that's
the
what I was getting
same
ready to
way.
say. That's what I love. That's what I love about you guys is because it's from day one. It's been reciprocation. Like it's a small act. It's a very small act. But that's why I don't be understanding why other people can't get
The
it. Like
share
it
button is
doesn't
free.
require what right. Right,
Yep.
they're not charging for it yet. I swear they're not charging for it yet. If you can show me where they're charging for you to hit the share button to share somebody's stuff,
Hmm.
I'll get you a letter so you can mail that shit to Mark. Excuse my language, but
You know, I try
Mark is
not to
doing.
be petty. You know, I try not to
Yeah,
be petty with other people because, you know, there's times I share a lot of other artists that never like, heart, share, nothing me. But I'm like, oh
that's
well, you know,
crazy.
it's a share free button, do, you know.
Right,
But I'm starting to get at the point though where I'm like, you know what, you don't support me, I'm not supporting you. But I don't want to be like that, you know. But some
right.
people, it's just like,
I'm,
I
I'm
don't know.
I'm with you. It's like you don't. We shouldn't let other people's actions like dictate our actions. But nobody likes to feel unappreciated, and that's all I'm saying. Especially when it's a simple, just it's just a simple tap tap. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying? Tap on the
exactly.
share, tap on the
Facts.
confirm.
Facts.
It's not gonna stop nothing. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to say that for real because the real people who do watch this, I'm sure they probably experience that, but I don't think they're the ones doing it because like I said about you and your fan base in general, it's just it's about authenticity, man. It's about being who you are. No kind of expectations, just acceptance. And man, I honestly love it. That's what we do here at No Offense. You know what I'm saying? That aligned perfectly. Sendal, we can't wait to see what's coming from you next. Speaking of which, do you have any performances or anything coming? I know you said you got a track that's coming up soon that we should be on the lookout for. I want to make sure that everybody is aware so that they can make sure to stream it and show their
You
support.
know, I keep asking myself because I get a lot of opportunities to perform, to perform, to perform, and I still think I might got that stage fright. I mean, I performed
Mhm.
before on stage. I do karaoke. I
Okay.
don't know. Right now, I'm just like I said. I just want to make sure what I'm performing, who I'm performing for, because like there's things about other artists that you work with, and if their things are going on with them in their life, and people don't like them, and they have haters, like you know, like gang members or
Yeah.
yada yada stuff like that. I'm not gonna go rep them and perform, and you know, whoever you perform and work with and associate with, that also puts on your name as well.
Right.
So I
Right.
mean,
Right.
I'm just waiting for my time. When God says, "Hey, it's time to perform and go do this." I mean, honestly, I would love to do a performance like in the wintertime for like the homeless. Like I'll do a free
Oh,
show with other artists. Like if you bring gloves, hats, coats, mittens, you know, for the homeless in the wintertime, I'll
facts.
jump on that like in a heartbeat, you know. But like as for just a good time or just to do it, I'm not. I don't think you know. I'm waiting.
I like that you said that. It sounds like you're waiting to do it for a purpose. And the fact that you had the homeless concert, like idea, that's pretty dope. If they're able to if we're able to pull some kind of resources to maybe contribute to something like that,
Mhm.
um, what when about around when are you talking about? I know you said the winter. That's different. That's different times of year for different people. Are you talking about like December,
Ours is
January ish?
December, yeah. Well, ours is like
Oh,
probably December, November. I mean, even the holidays. You know, the
gotcha.
homeless people, it would be nice to do something for them. You know, like to get some gloves or a little gift bag, or you know, just to show some
Facts.
type of love, and like have local artists go out or just do a big old thing and have you know artists perform for them. You know, that's what I would love to
Facts.
do. something like that.
It sounds like it would be filled with love. It's definitely something I'll be definitely interested
Hmm.
to be a part of. We'll talk. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, because I would love to do that.
As far as now again, we talked about artists earlier in the very beginning. We said, you're multifaceted. You don't just do one thing particular. Speaking of which, Sindal Cosmetics. You want to tell us about it?
I was working on that at one time, and
Mhm.
honestly, I gave out more products than I sold. Like for people to use my youth, like to listen to my, like when I first came out,
Yeah.
I had to get my views. I mean, there was one time I paid for this lady to, and I was like, what am I paying this lady to get 6,000 views? And it's just what robots. I found out it ain't even really people.
Mm,
So I was like, no, and she kept trying to, come up and have me use her again, and then she was using me. She didn't even ask me, but she was using me to other artists and asked them, well, we use SINDOLL303 to, for views, and I told her, I was like, that's wrong. You don't just use my name, to other
right.
artists because I used you one time to get views. And then I started, promoting myself, and I started getting, and then like I said, other artists. So a lot of artists that I've shared out their music, they've showed love back to me, and they started,
Right.
sharing my YouTube, my new music, and all that. So that's very big. Like I said, a shout out to the other artists. They know who they are. They've done it. They're on my Facebook. They all shared out, my work as well. So I think there's a lot of
Facts.
us that share out each other. So
Man, together you could definitely reach far. There's a saying that says, "If you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together." And I
dream
really,
work make
really,
what is it? Teamwork makes the dream work.
every single
Yeah.
time, the best dreams. Really quick, I want to show everybody your cover.
Okay.
This is Sindal looking excellent on the cover, like she do. Y'all make sure y'all pick it up. We're gonna actually get an article based on today's interview. So if you, whenever you see this, whatever time it is when you see this, please watch it, but also hit the share button because people need to know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to go check out her work, check out her
Thank
library,
you. Thank you.
and really get to know who she is as an individual. All of these artists get to know who they are as a person, you know what I'm saying? And then it'll help you relate to the music. You know what I'm saying? And from there,
Definitely.
the connections can be made. So, doll, if you could for me, please give everybody your socials and things like that so they know where to follow you. And I know you said you had a track that's coming out soon. Do you want to give us more information or is that still to be announced at some
No, it's
point?
gonna be. It's called Monster. It's coming out. I'm supposed to be
Okay.
doing a collab cover with my friend Alan Valdez too as well. He's a big Johnny Cash fan, and he sounds
Oh,
just
snap.
like Johnny Cash. He plays the guitar and everything, and he's from Clovis, New Mexico. So I'm doing like a Johnny Cash. I don't know if you guys ever heard that song by Johnny Cash and June Carter. Times a Wasting.
Time's a
So
wasting.
time's a wasting. So I'm gonna be hopefully here soon going in studio to drop that cover with him as well. So I got two projects. One's mine, Monster, and then mine and his Time's a Wasting by Johnny Cash.
Do you know when we might be able to be on the lookout for those, or they need to just be following so that when you
More
get
than
the drop?
likely, I would say September,
September.
the
Okay,
beginning of
sounds good.
September. Yeah, the beginning of September. So.
Right in time for them to see your face on the cover for sure. Y'all make sure y'all go get y'all
Yeah.
Sindal care package. I'm telling y'all, man, you're sleeping on it. You're sleeping on it. All right, Sindal, if you can't give everybody your socials, I definitely appreciate your time. I don't want to hold you up
No, I
too tough.
appreciate your time too. Thank you.
No problem at all. If you can give everybody your socials and things like that, and then we'll wrap it up for you.
It's Sindall Mac 303 or Sindall Mac. I'm on TikTok. I'm on IG and I'm on Facebook. I don't usually give up my Snap because I usually keep it for like by just my family and my kids, but
Right.
I do get a lot of requests. But yeah, Sindall Mac 303 or just Sindall Official Mac on TikTok. I
Hey man, I'm
appreciate you
definitely.
giving your time and all you guys watching. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, it was definitely an honor for us too to just be the presence. I think I got to say something about that hat though. I'm really digging that fucking hat. Like, where? How can we
Yeah.
get? How can we get the merch from Sido? We just reach out to you, or is it?
Just reach
Uh,
out to me and I'll order them special and stuff. So yeah.
that's dope. Yeah, because as you can see, we giving off light up here, so I gotta
Yeah.
put
Then
that
I
thing
have
out.
my
Yeah,
earrings. I have a lot of merch. But like I said,
yeah.
I've given out more to my fans than I sell. I mean, honestly, you can ask people. I give more stuff away than I sell.
Right, but we want to support you. Like we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate that you have that genuine soul and want to do that and have that connection. But there's also, people who want to support you as well for being who
Yeah.
you are, because
Yeah.
it's real is rare and fake is everywhere. So we with
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Uh, but Sindal, I have definitely enjoyed my time today.
Oh,
I
I
can't
did
believe
too. Thank you.
it's been a year since the last time we spoke. We cannot
Pretty
wait.
different, huh? I've grown.
Yeah, we can't wait this long again for sure. We definitely will be following up with your journey, supporting like we do. Definitely checking out for the releases. So when you have something to do, make sure to send it over. We'll definitely support it. Okay,
And I'm
and,
proud of
and,
you
and share
too.
it to we can.
I'm proud of you
Thank
too.
you,
You got this. You and Miss
thank you so much.
Arrington. Miss Offense. I appreciate both of you guys. So.
We really 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 appreciate that, man, for real. I have to say something too. You were the first one to give us a shout out, um, on a different platform, and
Mhm.
I have to say when I saw that, it was inspirational and motivational. So I just genuinely want to say thank you for just being you. You know what I'm saying? I
Welcome.
can't wait to see what's next with Sindo.
Thank you. And you
No
guys,
problem.
everybody, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day and happy Saturday.
You as well. We'll definitely
Thank you.
talk to you soon.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
My
Okay. Bye.
bad. All right, guys, this is going to complete our interview today with SINDOLL303. Like we said, all the artists that we have on this platform, you guys should definitely go check out. We have over 150 interviews. We've got way more than that, but I wanted to pick a number I knew for a fact was true. We want to encourage you guys to go to youtube.com slash at no offense LLC to check out these amazing artists, check out these amazing producers, entrepreneurs, people that we've had on the platform, because they are all out here making a difference. They are all out here being the best people they could be, and they're definitely inspirational subjects to study. So until next time, like we always say, don't wait on the world to change when you could be the one to change the world. Maybe one day it'll be you on the platform being interviewed. Till then, you guys take care. I've been Mr. No Offense. You guys have been awesome. We'll catch you next time on No Offense Podcast. Peace.